Hello everyone, this is Zox here and we got news. News that I never thought I would never want to hear, but we will leave that for later while we go through all the other updates that have came out for this in the recent live stream, and I'll quickly go through the ones that we more of us should know about before we'll get to the special one in the end, in which I will talk more about later, because I'm gonna put a warning up first. It's gonna get very emotional. But yes, so because we know Shadowverse is gonna be discontinued, Side Games have decided to give us a puzzle update. We're getting additional puzzles for the Shadowverse, which, if you guys didn't know, there are puzzles in Shadowverse. Surprise, surprise. But honestly, I don't feel like this is a good direction in taking for the PvE. I guess you can give more puzzles, but let's be honest, there's probably a lot better things you can do instead of just giving us more puzzles as content for Shadowverse in the long run. But that's just my opinions on this. Next up, we have Erika's Grandmaster Speed Challenge for throwback rotation. Is really majorly irrelevant for most of you guys. I'm gonna assume most of you watching this video right now are casual players, in which case this only affects the few players in the world that decided, hey, you know what, I want to still be competitive in Shadowverse, despite us going back all the way to, I believe, Steel Rebellion. And you know what they can do is actually get 3 random leader cards, which, I'll be honest, that is pretty enticing. I myself might try to go for this if I think I am any good at Shadowverse at all the way back in, I believe, yeah, Steel Rebellion. I think Steel Rebellion is the first throwback rotation. So if you know any good Steel Rebellion decks that I can probably try to aggro and climb with, do let me know. I really want at least want to try my hands at getting 3 random leader cards. But then again, it's the first 10, so don't get your hopes up unless you can literally start playing the moment as the update drops. So yes, that's for Erika. Next up, we have Uriah's Card Crafters giveaway. This one I'm a little bit more interested in because, first of all, this actually gives you guaranteed cards that you can actually get. You will get 400 vials for each battle won and 3 different missions, and you get 500 for each one completed. Basically, you get 1 legendary card every single day. I mean, for how many days? Let's see. Update due July 10, which I'll assume to be about a week or so. I don't expect them to give more than a week, otherwise they'll probably lose too much money. I'm kidding. But at least this means you get at least 7 legendaries that you could probably use. But key thing you need to note is that Shadowverse decks usually require more than just 3 legendary or 7 legendaries, and if you want to play multiple decks, it costs even more. But you know, these vials that you get actually do help a little bit with whatever deck you might be planning to play with after the update. Oh yes, you don't actually have to play against unique opponents, so that's a good thing. So you can just play against the same guy over and over again, which is, you know what, pretty helpful. But that's for the Card Crafters giveaway. Next up is U1's 8th anniversary pack giveaway. I think this is this free or is this... Oh, you need to buy it, never mind. So this is not for me. I'm a free-to-play player, so... But if you're someone who have too much money on their hands and decided that Side Games deserves your money despite what they have tried to pull on us, well, don't worry. You can get at least a leader of your choice that you don't have yet. I believe that's the case, yes. 7, 1 leader card as the 8 card. I don't know if it's... Can they choose? Are you allowed to choose? I don't think you're allowed. Nope, you're not. Never mind. It's still gacha. You're not allowed to choose. Good luck. Have fun with the... Have fun throwing your money at Side Games for a little bit longer. Next up, we have special formats with private matches. Actually, I haven't actually played the Legacy deck format yet. I think this was a format that was available before I joined Shadowverse. I joined in around Celestial Dragonblade. So I played Take 2 All-Stars, I played Gems of Fortune, I played Take 2 Tactics, and I played Hero Battles, but I've never actually played Legacy decks, so I have no idea what this is about. So in the future, I might try to take a look at this and see how you've placed. In fact, we're getting some new decks here. I'm going to assume these are the new ones, in the recent expansion, and I have no idea who the hell these decks are. I actually don't know. Funny, rough blood, artifact. I think it's just the updated version, and these ones are outdated version. My only key problem is with this is like, if you're gonna put like the old new legacy decks against the old legacy decks, aren't the new ones just gonna be automatically winning? Like the new cards are actually so much stronger than the old ones. I don't believe the old ones can actually stand a chance at all. But you know what? We'll see when that happens. Next up, Take-Two All-Stars format, which is actually happening right now. In fact, I'll probably, if you want a guide video, do let me know. You can just leave it in the comments, and I'll probably draft up a quick guide for you about what to do for Take-Two All-Stars. But frankly, I believe you guys probably know more about this game than me already. But if you're new or starting or just started, no idea what each of them do, and you want someone to point you a direction, don't worry. Just let me know, and I'll in the comments down below, and I'll just quickly make one in like a day or two. Next up, Gems of Fortune. This one will be coming back a little bit later. Gems of Fortune is basically just an RNG format. I personally find it quite fun because you get to actually see cards that you otherwise would not be able to see. Like, there are a lot of cards in Shadowverse that are straight up just bad, and no one will actually in their right minds run it. But because of the Gems of Fortune format, there's actually a chance that you can see those cards and play them. And let's be honest, some of those bad cards have very interesting effects. So I'm okay with the Gems of Fortune coming back. And we have quite a number of cards that are these banned? Oh, they are banned. So let's see. This one is obvious because this totally removes the whole point of Gems of Fortune. Yeah, I believe the rest are mostly. I don't know why this one is banned. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why all of these are banned for any reason. So do let me know in the comments if you know why they are banned. Honestly, I have no idea why. Some of these bans seems really unusual. Like, why Hornet Whisperer? Why Mistolina and Badion? Why is this card banned? I mean, I noticed some of them have like resurgent forms like Tetra. Eleanor has a resurgent form. Inherited Balance is Shadow. Yeah, some of them have resurgent forms, but like some of them are just like, why? I don't quite get. Is Masquerade is resurgent? I don't think so. Why is this one banned? Just let me know in the comments down below. And for Legacy, we have all these fan favorite meta decks from in all their original stats and abilities. So we have a bunch of decks that are pretty good. I know Fusion. I know quite a couple. I know there's Fusion Shadow, which is really strong, reanimating, I believe. Who is it? Gilgamesh? Yeah, I think it's Gilgamesh. Or I wonder if you're allowed to build them. If you are, then most people will probably put in Flame and Glass instead. There's Magachio as well. Loot, which is really popular. I quite like this deck myself. And I think that's about it. And there's Amulet Haven, Machina Portal, Artifact Portal. All of these are pretty popular cards, but I don't know the list for any of them. So, yes, you can have this to look forward to. And then we have Take-Two Tactics, which, well, that's you basically choose a strategy and make a deck around it. We'll talk more about this as it comes closer, because right now I don't think I have enough information to talk about it. And lastly, Hero Battle, which is probably the newest format that was added to Shadowverse, and I thought it was pretty cool and pretty fun. And basically, you just get a hero power like Hearthstone, and you can just use special skills every other turn. And we actually have changes to their hero skills and decks, with Castel getting buffed, so I believe this means it can come out one turn earlier, which doesn't actually solve the deck's problem. Funnily enough, it doesn't solve the deck's problem, but I guess having one extra Valor is pretty useful. And for Not, you lose Pompous Prince and you get Lisha and Nano. This one is actually interesting because Lisha and Nano Twilight Trainees actually give you a support cannon, which actually is pretty good when you play commanders, and there's quite a number of commanders in Not's deck, so you can probably take advantage of the support character you get off of this. I forgot who Pompous Prince is though, but since I don't remember, it's probably pretty useless. For Eleanor, before you use zero valor, for what I have, no, I don't know. Oh, Hidden Ante. I think it's one. This one is probably the one where you discard a card with spell boost to draw another one and spell boost it a number of times. I guess that's a pretty good way to make it a spell boost feel a lot better. And for Tetra, we have a little bit of stat change. We have more Rosy Called Magicians, which is a really good card. I don't know who Connected Heart is. I think it's the Machina draw card, but in exchange we get Sagacious Core. If I recall, this is the one that recovers you play points the first time you evolve, and you also get insights put into your hand, which is actually not bad. There's a quite a number of spell boosts in Tetra's deck. They could use this. And for Drush, you get to buff your followers a lot more, +0, +2 to a follower. You basically give them extra health for using your skill on them. And for the ultimate, you get to deal with your opponent's board a lot easier, going from 3 damage to 5 damage. Doesn't really, I don't think it matter as much, because usually when you're going for your ultimate, you're aiming to win the game. So, but I guess it's good enough for like an additional 5 damage to clear a ward or something. And Mizuchi, I'm surprised they are buffing this. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. Starting Valor 1, starting Valor 3. It's going back to 3 Valor in the. This used to be very, very strong for Mizuchi. Because it means they can get like, I believe, turn 6 triple tidal surge. And that means you can stack a lot of damage together, and it usually wins them the game quite often. And they are reverting this nerf. And what else did Mizuchi get for his ante art? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this. Art. I'm just gonna call it art. Before you gain 1 valor, but after you don't use 0 valor, basically you don't get additional valor for. I believe this is the one where when you destroy an enemy. Yeah, you discard a card to destroy. To deal 2 to an enemy. From now on, you don't just get to click it every turn. You have to actually store your valor game for 1 turn, meaning you get your ultimate a lot later, so they are weaker in the early game. And finally, for her ultimate, at the start of, okay, now you can stack. You just can't hold tidal surges in your hand anymore, which actually solves the problem. The problem with Mizuchi is that you can just keep all the tidal surge in your hand and then play them all in 1 turn, and then like, what is your opponent supposed to do? They just die. But now, because of this, right, you can only ever use 1 tidal surge in 1 turn, which makes this a lot more balanced than before. Next up, we have Anisage, which you remove 3 copies of Freiren to put in 3 copies of Mikael. That is not the problem. That is literally not the problem. Freiren was not the problem with Anisage's deck. I'm telling you, it's actually literally not the problem. In fact, they introduced a new problem by adding Mikael. Now Mikael is in the 2-drop reanimate pool. And it's not even that good. It's not even that good. But at least, I think what this means, right, actually for Freiren to be removed, we have Soul Sniper in the pool, as well as Helios, the one that summons leeches and zombies. I'd rather they take out Helios. I really, really do. I really rather they just take out Helios. But no, for some reason they decide, hey, we should take out Freiren instead. And Freiren is actually a pretty decent card in the deck. Helio is far worse. And they add in Mikael, which means your 2-drop pool is even worse now. I don't know what are they actually thinking. I actually don't know. But yes, that's Anisage. For Meowskers, before you had Runes of Eidolon and Hoverboard Speedsters, and now you have only 2 Runes of Eidolon, and you get the Sweetheart Featherfolk that is introduced in the mini expansion. And this is really good because you get basically it's a 1 mana tree that drains and keeps you healthy. So you can definitely see why they're going for with this. And Runes of Eidolon actually still draws the big guy, the amalgamation or whatever he's called. So that's Meowsker. For Maisha, you get a lot more valor, and instead of mechanical designs, which I don't remember what this is, probably a 0 mana draw 2, you get Fiery Barrage, which is actually a face shield, which is pretty decent. Funny thing is, I read through all of this, I was expecting changes to Aluzard, and they didn't. They did not change Aluzard at all. They did not decide. They apparently they're gonna double down on the fact that the Gold Vania is more suited in Aluzard's deck than the Legendary Vania. That's what they're gonna tell us. That's what they're telling us. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? No Aluzard buff. You know how it's insane how Aluzard is literally the least played hero of the entire deck of the entire hero battle, and they just didn't buff it. It's crazy. Well, but that's the special changes formats that are coming to Shadowverse. Next up, we'll move on before I get even more pissed. Data link to Worlds Beyond. I think this will come out a lot later. It's mainly just cosmetics, and we get special art, which I mean, actually honestly, the new art looks a lot better than the old art. But I guess you can keep the old art if you're feeling nostalgia. And hey, I can frame all my Soul Taker, my soon to be Soul Taker portrait in my Worlds Beyond lobby. Great, lovely. Next up, Arisa's treasure trove or rupees. Basically a raffle to get additional resources. If I were you, I'll recommend saving this so you can for throwback rotation if you're planning to play throwback rotation. If not, then there's no point for you to join this anyways. It's just more additional rewards that you can actually use to catch up in the post rotation throwback rotation meta. Good luck. And we get 140 packs for a dying game, which, you know what, fair enough. I guess some packs is better than no packs, and I'll be honest, if I'm gonna have to play throwback rotation, I'm gonna need every single pack I can get. And probably after I get like enough to get Soul Taker, I'll probably spend the rest of the pack on the throwback rotations. I believe the first set is Outer Sphere to Colosseum. Wait, I thought it's still Rebellion, but okay, never mind. Colosseum. I'll probably be spending on these card sets, so I can actually get a lot more cards. So if I'm probably planning to continue making content for Shadowverse, so that'll be my plan to do with this, and I recommend you do that as well. That's why Mordecai's beat down Luna's and Friends' Big Adventure, which is, I think this one's basically complete already. You don't have to bother about this, but if you want to play this game, I'll show you a very easy cheat code. It's called an auto clicker, and you know what? Let's just I didn't have it open, but yes, that's the auto clicker. Yeah, here we go. You see, this is our little special tool that will help us win the game, and it's so simple. Just set it like this. I'm gonna mute sound off. I'm gonna turn off the sound and just. I mean, I guess if you find this fun, go ahead. I guess. I just use the auto clicker because frankly my finger I don't want to spoil my fingers for clicking that fast. it's really that simple. Like just 90 it's 90 seconds of you clicking this. I don't know why they decided this was a fun content, but you know what? At least Luna is cute and all. I don't mind looking at Luna for a little bit longer. Seeing her happy is all the worth it. Funny enough, right, I believe, right, if you want to get the most points, you just get the clicks. I mean, obviously with auto clicker. With the auto clicker, you just literally just go for the clicks. Just click the clicks, and I think it just goes so fast. The clicks will always give you more points than anything else you want to do. Like look at this, 3.09k. That's just insane. That's a lot, and you don't even need the rest. The seconds one, right, they are good, but they're only good because you're not using auto clicker. But let's be frank, if you're playing this, why not? Why shouldn't you use auto clicker? Just 16 seconds, 15 seconds. I'm not gonna go scroll down anymore because that's actually a waste of time. And I'm just gonna spend all this time clicking right here on Luna, and as you can see, we ended up with 78 80, 90, 84 million. 84 million points. It's that simple. This is how you play Luna. This is how you play Luna. I clicked those two by mistake. And I'm pretty sure this is sci-fi. And this is 5 bars. That's Luna's auto clicker game for you. It's interesting, it's cute and all. But let's refrain, it's probably not as entertaining as they think it is. Yeah, what 100 million damage. So good. But yes, that's this one. That's super easy to get. And let's see, what's the next one? We have the Ares card pack bundle where you get to pick a leader card. Yes, for real currency. So if you're missing some leader, hey, here you go. You get to pick one leader that you don't have. Isn't that great? No, not really. I don't spend money. But if you are, then good for you. And lastly, we have the future for Shadowverse. From now on, Shadowverse will be going into throwback rotation starting from July. On 1st of July, we are going from Outer Sphere to Ultimate Colosseum, Omen of Storms to 8-4 Asphalt, Beast Asphalt. And also we have Dawnbreak, Night Age to Steel Rebellion. Of all of these, I only played from Omen of Storms to 8-4 Asphalt. I played this meta and I remember Loot Sword being a very fun one. In fact, I think this meta is one of my favorites out of the recent ones. So if you enjoy Shadowverse, I guess, or want to try, I'll recommend hopping back in during August for this one. I can't say anything about Autosphere to Ultimate Colosseum or the Steel Rebellion one though, because I have actually never played those expansions myself. So if you do know what the meta is like or how you should do with this, well, let me know in the comments once again. And from now on, Grandmaster is going to become easier. For me, which is mostly a casual player, I don't really care about this. But for those that actually like being Grandmaster, good for you. And you get rewards. Seal Globe, who cares? Vows, and 20 card packs. Not bad. Then for 10, and then you have 20, and then you have 10. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, that's for unlimited. You don't even get a Seal Globe for unlimited, which is really funny. But basically just 20 and 10 throwback rotation packs for future expansions. And then, let's see. For those that got Grandmaster rank, during the new season, will get less, more, and more card packs, which is fine. Challenge mode, take 2. Yeah, you get take 2, and then basically just telling you what sort of things there are. I think most of this is you guys know this already. But let's get to the elephant in the room. This is the big news. Worlds Beyond is delayed. How do I feel about this? First of all, I'm gonna tell you, I am very upset as a content creator for Shadowverse, as someone that decided to, you know what, I want to choose Shadowverse as the card game to make my content around. This news was really, really upsetting. It was really upsetting. To be fair, when this video come out, I was actually planning to stream yesterday, but then I got this and I was like, I just lost motivation immediately. This killed all my hype. I was hoping for like some, you know what's crazy about this? They had an entire 6 entire months. They announced this back in, I believe, January, or is it December last year? It's a long time ago. There's so many times to tell us that, oh, hey guys, we need more time to work on Worlds Beyond. No, they had to wait until the 1 month. Actually, no, now it's summer. They had to wait until the very, very last minute, and such a hype event, and to tell us we are delaying Worlds Beyond. And I'm telling you, this is not how you should handle a delayed announcement about delay. We were waiting for news. You did not give us a single bit of news for God knows how long. We will wait at Rage some more. After Rage. Rage, it was like such a hype event. The emotions were all high, the hype was at its all-time high. And if you have released good news, oh my god, your success will probably be good. Your Shadowverse ended, you can stash it away somewhere people will play it, and now we have something brand new to look forward to. And now you're telling us it's delayed. Delayed! Not by how long? A year! It's coming out in spring. That's next year. That's 9 months. Are you kidding? Who's the PR manager? Who thought this was a good idea? You told us you're gonna give us a new game by summer. You're gonna end the old game. You basically killed Unlimited by releasing Despair. There's no more expansions anymore after Resurgent Legends, and now you're telling us you're not even gonna get that Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. Are you crazy? Are you serious? And Shadowverse 1 is not even in a good spot. The way you left it was not even good. How are you gonna expect any of your fan base to be loyal after you basically just pulled the rug out under them and threw them out into a bad alley, beat them up and toss them into the gutter? You know what this is like? It's like, give me let me find an example. I don't have any examples. This was, you know, now that I'm looking at this again, I'm getting angry again. This is hilarious. Cygames, you are a company that makes games and have a fan base. This is not how you treat your fan base. You don't just come out at the last minute and tell, oh, we're gonna delay that game that we promised you. After killing your old game. After killing the old game that you all love. Now what are we gonna do? What am I going to do as a content creator? I mean, yeah, I can have throwback rotation, I can make content for it, but that's basically all metas. And personally, as my style of content is I experiment with new cards and try out new ideas, and then bring those to life. If you've seen some of my content, I have videos like Thief, Shadow, and all those nonsensical decks. But now that we're going back to the old formats and they're basically solved already, I believe most people already know what they're gonna play. There's nothing new or entertaining or refreshing about those formats anymore. And especially for a card game, right? You need constant update cycles to keep everything new and refreshing. But now we just don't have any more updates anymore. We're just going back to throwback rotation. We have Colosseum, we have Asphalt, and then we have Steel Rebellion, and it's just gonna cycle all the way until Worlds Beyond. I don't think that's good. This is actually not a good state to leave the game in. In fact, the PvE content in this game is also not enough. If there was good PvE content, maybe yes, like Think LOR, they killed PvP. They decided, you know what, we're not gonna focus on PvP as much. But at least they have a PvE format to fall back on. People, if they still want to play LOR, they can play the PvE format. But for Shadowverse, you don't have that option. After if you're tired of PvP, you just don't play Shadowverse anymore. In which case, you can say, oh yeah, just don't play it. I mean, yeah, fair, but as a game developer, is that really, as a company, is that really how you want to leave your game? In a state where your players are like, yeah, I just won't play your game then. And that's really disheartening and super disappointing. And that's when I realized I really, really love this game. In fact, there's so many flaws that I hate about, and I hated how Cygames executed it. Shadowverse was a great game. The concept was good, the art was good. Card design is horrible. That will be a separate video in the future. Card set designs are horrible. but I find the intentions behind it like to be very genuine, and well, it's good. In fact, it resonated with me, which is why I was so heartbroken when this killed all my hype. I was so excited for the new post video, and this just, I was heartbroken. They just stabbed me in my heart, and I cannot, man. They had to do this, really. And they unlimited is dead. Rotation is just gonna be an ever rotating card sets, and that in fact if you're a new player, I don't think this will be even good for you, because you have to build one deck for 1 month, and then the next deck you have to make another deck the next. I don't even know if it's gonna be sustainable for new players as well. It's not good. Shadowverse 1 is not left in a good state. And unfortunately, as a player, as a content creator, there's really nothing I can do about it. Yes, well, except I guess life moves on. Shadowverse will be just one of the few games that I played in my past, and probably that going forward I'll probably still upload Shadowverse content on this channel. But man, if you're new to the channel, well, I guess you don't have to subscribe anymore. Shadowverse, I doubt you have any interest in this. But do leave a comment down below. Let me know what you feel about this in general. And yes, I know that just now I came off very, very strongly. That was my emotions running at all-time high. I was, if you did not know already, I am very upset. This is my 10th time reiterating this point. It's delayed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.